There's a story that happened in Florida. Now I'm gonna fuck y'all up with this. His name is Austin Harrouff. So here's the deal. Austin Harrouff, this young man, and everybody please hear me, no history of violence, no history of drug use, no history of mental illness. Came from an upstanding family, upper middle class. One day, he goes to a restaurant with his whole family, and he starts acting erratically. He said he barely even remembers being in the restaurant. His family said he got up, came back in, got sat down, got back up. He leaves, walks a couple blocks from the restaurant. There's a couple sitting in their garage with the garage door open, having a drink and just enjoying the evening. Austin savagely begins to attack them. Savagely, viciously attacks them. Murders the wife. The husband's trying to fight, turns around and murders the husband. When the police finally got there, Austin was chewing on the husband's face like a dog. He was on top of him like a dog, just chewing on his face. So he had to be tased and restrained. He chewed so hard on this guy's face that he broke his teeth. Now I want to ask you, if you are tested for drugs and prove you weren't intoxicated, how do you chew on somebody's face so hard that you break your own teeth and it don't even faze you? You would have to be mentally ill. But let's go further. Austin is of course arrested for double murder. His family, everybody that knew him was shocked. The family's always shocked. When a motherfucker gets charged for murder, the family, oh my God, you know, that motherfucker can have 20 bodies. The family's shocked. But in this case, it made sense for the family to be shocked, as Austin, to this point, had been a good kid. Well, he gets to jail and gets put on psychiatric medicine. And he has not had many symptoms since. He did an interview on Dr. Phil. And I guess it's just me because I'm a parent. But it fucked me up. Because he reminded me of my son Elijah, specifically. Because they told the story he likes to lift weights, and just some of it fit with Elijah. He got on camera, and go watch this interview. Dr. Phil asked him what was going to happen and why he did it, and he just broke down and started sobbing. And listen, I'm no expert, I'm no psychic, but I would bet my soul against a $20 bill that that kid is telling the truth. He said in this interview, he's sobbing hysterically. He said, I don't know why I did it. I don't remember it. I don't know what happened. I feel so awful. I can't take it back. It was devastating just to see. And I don't even know the kid.
Sometimes you can just tell when someone's being genuine.
Right.
You know.
Have you seen that interview?
I don't know if I've seen the interview, but the way you're describing it sounds like someone that's telling the truth.
Like, I don't wanna sound sappy, but when I watched his interview, it put a fucking lump in my throat. And again, it's probably me being a parent and having kids around his age. But look, first of all, let me say this. I should have started with this so nobody took this the wrong way. For God's sake, rest in peace to the two victims. For God's sake. No matter what, they did not deserve it. There's no explanation to make it better. Horrible way to die. Condolences to their family. I'm simply saying if this child was mentally ill and out of his mind, what are we going to do? Are we going to fucking give him the electric chair?
It was supposedly mushrooms anyways that he had went and bought. And
So-
they didn't even find traces of it, they said that night.
And they would. They would find traces, especially with a hair sample, etc. I want to say this. I've been through every phase of the legal system except death row. And I can tell you, when this happened, the prosecutor wanted to nail this kid to the wall, right? So when the kid starts crying mental illness, saying he wasn't intoxicated, the prosecutor wants to shoot that down. They had him tested up and down, back and forth, any fucking thing you can think of for drugs. And they found nothing. Because they wanted to find some drugs. They wanted to be able to say, nah, this motherfucker took some acid and went and murdered some people. Frying. And if they had found some drugs, I'd say, look, body him. But he didn't. He was clean, guys. So you gotta ask yourself, how does a kid from a normal background, non-intoxicated, flip out and destroy his life and two other people's lives just like that? For what reason? I want to see if I can pull up the interview of him crying. Let's try this.
Definitely doesn't look like a kid you would expect to do that.
He just don't.
Two gruesome murders.
I never imagined that this would ever happen.
Just released recordings shedding light what led a college student to kill.
I want to stop real quick before I play this. I'm no expert. I'm not even a college starter, let alone graduate. I've been locked up around every type of sociopath you've ever known. Liars, deceivers, murderers, rapists. I like to think I got a pretty good eye for shady bullshit. When I look at this kid's face frozen here, it is frozen, contorted in pain. You can see that he is in pain. He does not understand why he did what he did. But again, I want to say to y'all, rest in peace to the victims first. They don't get a day in court. Rest in peace. But we do got to take mental health seriously in this country. Let's keep going.
And that very compelling interview between Dr. Phil and Austin Harrouff was recorded just weeks after that murder.
Thank you, stand up. I like to think I do.
Let's get right to local news reporter Derek Shore. He is live in Jupiter. Derek.
Well, Austin Harrouff's attorneys did not want this video out, but they lost that battle in court. In this interview,
We're going to look at those real quick after. As a matter of fact, splice those in with the video. Yeah, I told you he broke his teeth. Jesus. Yeah. Here it is, look.
Austin Harrouff sobbing at times, expressing his regret and apologizing to the families of the two people he's accused of killing.
Austin, are you ashamed of what you did?
In this interview with Dr. Phil, the 20-year-old says he remembers only pieces of that fateful August.
He said, can I turn the volume up on the vid? Yes.
Family at a nearby restaurant, he set out on. In this interview with Dr. Phil, the 20-year-old.
Here we go. My bad, y'all. Carissa, what's up? Thanks for tuning in.
After a fight with his family at a nearby restaurant, he set out on foot for his father's house nearby. In a confusing story, he says he saw a person.
I'm so sorry.
And allegedly killing.
God damn it. Sorry about that, y'all.
I'm so sorry, and I never wanted this to happen.
Austin Harrouff sobbing at times, expressing his regret and apologizing to
You're
the
welcome,
families
brother.
of the two people he's accused of killing.
Austin, are you ashamed of what you did?
Yes.
In this interview with Dr. Phil, the 20-year-old says he remembers only pieces of that fateful August night, recounting after a fight with his family at a...
Okay, y'all get the picture. So let me ask y'all, the number one question, why? Why? If he's not mentally ill, why? I would love some theories. If nobody buys that he's mentally ill, why? Why did he do it? For what? I mean, he stayed at the scene. He fucking bit a cop's leg like a dog. So he wasn't trying to get away with it. Again, I'm not the kid's defense attorney. It's not my place. But I'm just an American citizen who has an opinion. In my opinion, this kid entered a psychotic fugue state. If you don't know what a fugue state is, look it up. But basically, you're operating, working, but you're not there. You're on autopilot, and your subconscious is controlling you. You got any theories?
He definitely had some sort of a psychotic breakdown. They already tested him, like you said, for drugs.
Right.
Nothing. So yeah, and I think that there was a doctor that had came in and had even said that he himself had thought he had a psychotic breakdown. So you got medical opinions out there too saying the same thing.
I want all y'all to try to imagine biting a skull until your teeth break. Your teeth break in half and you keep biting. Have any of you ever had a broken tooth? Do you know what kind of motherfucking determination you gotta have to keep chomping away as your teeth shatter?
And even after that, he had bit that cop.
Yeah, he bit the cop's leg like a dog and was shaking. Rest in peace to the victims. I do hope that we get an answer. Not for us, for everybody involved. I hope we get an answer.
You think about the time and the place too. Imagine how different things could have went had they not just been in their rush.
Well, and that's one of those things, y'all. Think about fate. A man is just on the wrong street corner at the wrong time and the wrong day and gets hit by a car. These people just happen to be sitting out in their garage on this particular night when this kid is out wandering. But you gotta say, if he was in that mind state, he would have ran into somebody.
Yeah, somebody would have, somebody definitely would have.
Sad but true.